everybody, it's Josie. Long time no talk. This is an update on my life and a Q&A as well. I hope you guys enjoy it. These are long overdue questions. I'm going to answer them here for you. If I've left any out and you want to know more, just ask in the comments below. Here we go. So, an update on my life. Right now I am currently, it's September 20th. Where am I? I am in Brussels, Belgium. So far, we've been to Colombia, Peru, went back home to the States to see the family for like a month. Went to Burning Man, which was super random. I put up a 6-minute video of what I captured when I was there, but it doesn't even begin to grasp what Burning Man is or what I experienced. So maybe if I go next year, I'll do a better video. So stay tuned for next year's or whenever I go again. And then we went to Venice for a few days, to Croatia, and did a mini road trip. So we went to Dubrovnik, got a car, drove it to Kotor, Montenegro, then to Mostar in Bosnia, and then back to Dubrovnik, had a few days there. Then we explored some Croatian islands like Korčula and Bar, and then we flew into Brussels. In terms of fitness, I work out sporadically. I worked out when we were in Korčula, Croatia, because they had a huge basketball court, and what we bring with us are our resistance bands, and with those you can do anything. I filmed actually a weightlifting workout, but we do a lot of circuit things, high intensity with some strength. So our strength movements involve the resistance bands, like banded arm curls, squats, whatever else, and then the high intensity parts are a lot of like squat jumps, burpees, and we do circuits. So that's when we are able to work out, when we do have space in our hostel or wherever we're staying. I haven't done cardio in forever. Our cardio is pretty much exploring the cities that we're in. So we walk around all day, and that's like 15,000 steps, y'all. And that's good enough cardio for me. In terms of weight, last time I weighed myself was after Burning Man, which was like September 5th-ish. I was 108 pounds, maintaining. I haven't lost anything, haven't gained anything. Lee lost like 15 pounds. Men. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with how my body is, whether I'm 108 now or 120 or whatever else. I'm able to eat the foods I love, do the activities I love. Whatever weight I am while I'm enjoying my life is my best weight, right? As long as I'm happy the way I'm living my life, and I'm like healthy and don't have like heart problems or muscle problems, then I'm good. Still intuitive eating, eating what I want, when I'm hungry. Sometimes if you're having the munchies, I'll have snacks there. It's not like you only eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full all the time. That's not intuitive eating for me. Intuitive eating is like common sense eating. Like when I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. But sometimes when you see a little thing of chips and you're not starving or you're not hungry, I'll still eat it because I want to, like my mind wants to. The moment you start to like restrict and say, no, I can't have a cookie or I can't have a cake, that's when it all goes downhill. So for my intuitive eating, I know like if I see something and I have a craving for it, I'm gonna have it, because if I don't, it's gonna do more harm in the long run. So I'm still intuitive eating, listening to my body, eating when I want, the things that I like, but also filling in the nutrition things. Like sometimes I want a salad, sometimes I want a burger, sometimes I want pizza. I always mix the both together. I don't always just do consistently eat pizza every day. You eat like a pizza, and then you eat a salad, and then you eat broccoli, and then you mix it all up. Balance, counterbalance. So that's like the current update before I get into the Q&A. So let's begin. So I've broken up into parts like work related, fitness, travel related, and then just life. Number one that a lot of people ask, am I still working? Did my former job allow me time off to travel? Do I still work? Do I not live in DC? What's my job? How are you traveling? Pretty much to answer all those questions from people like Lagom Case, NYC Fitzy, Bex, Vanessa, April Julian. I actually took off a year to travel. Took off starting May 29th time. I'm not gonna go back to work until July 8th. I requested it through my job. It is an IT consulting job, and they gave me a year off, and I'm traveling around the world now. So am I still doing online coaching as a part-time occupation? No, I am not. My actual like personal training certification expired. So if I am to do that again, I need to get recertified. I am happily giving out the workouts that I do on Instagram, in my comments and my posts. I let you guys know the different types of circuits I do. So if you do want some workout inspiration, go there. I have an IT job, but love travel, health, and food. How do I make my passions my career? Ellie K. Sullivan. I would say if you are trying to make your passions your career, you need to find out what your passions are and what kind of job you can do with those passions. You can't just be like, I'm just gonna travel, eat good food, and work out, and live my best life and make money. That's a good dream, but you gotta make that into like tangible and reachable goals. Take out a pen and paper, write down the different types of specific jobs you can do with those passions, like travel blogger, or look for volunteering opportunities abroad. I know Australia, like one of my friends is there for a year and a half and she's doing a farm job. Like that's pretty cool. Other friends of mine are going to Spain to teach English for a year. So just look at the actual possible like careers that you can do that involve traveling to a new place. And it doesn't necessarily mean like bouncing around travel that you have to do for your career, but it could just mean travel abroad and just live there for a year and find a new job there. And that in itself, I think, is reaching your passions. Like 1, you're going somewhere new, you're traveling. 2, you have a new job, a new experience. And 3, you can incorporate fitness and health anywhere you go, right? It doesn't have to be part of the job that you're in, but you can do it as a hobby, activities, join clubs, extracurriculars. If you're thinking of any career change or any life change, I would write down your big goal, the actual possible realities for that goal, the steps it takes to get there, and then doing it. It's a great question. What do I do for work? Do I like it? Do you see yourself doing it for a while or ready for a career change? From Bex. So I was a strategy, business, technology consultant. Again, took a year off. That was my big change that I needed. I needed to take off a year to do all the things that I can't do later on in life if I were to have a family or get married or tie down or whatever. Travel. That's been my biggest life goal, dream since forever, and now I'm doing it. When I come back from this travel, I'm definitely gonna go back to my job. I don't think it's a forever job, just because I would like to try other things in life. Now that I've been meeting new people, especially while traveling, everyone has such different jobs that you always forget about, or you don't think about. I'm like, oh damn, that's a cool job. Being a cook on a yacht, or working behind the scenes on reality TV, or being a flight attendant. Like, that's a way you could combine your passion for travel. Like, so many jobs out there that are open to us. So I would like to dabble, do little sprinkles of dabbling. Advice on saving money for a long trip, or saving money in general, from Vanessa. Basically what I did is that every bonus from work I would save. Anything I sold, like on Poshmark, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go, you save it. You have your travel fund, or whatever fund you're saving for, and you put money in there. Online is that they take their paycheck and they break it up into pieces. So 1, pay off your bills, your credit card bills, your apartment, all that stuff. 2, savings for life, like your life savings, put that away. 3, the other big saving that you're saving for, so in my case, travel savings, boom, put money in there. The rest is for your spending, your daily spending until your next paycheck. Once your following paycheck comes, whatever's left over, put that into your fund savings, your travel savings, or your life savings, whichever one's more important to you. But really, at the end of the day, it should be a balance of 0. Although I was always scared to do that because I'm like, what if I need money? But that should be like the general idea. It's your bills and your must-pays, life savings, your fund savings, so your travel savings or car savings or whatever you really want in life, and then your daily expenditures. You just keep that in mind, like, oh, I'm gonna save money this week by not buying any coffees. Boom, go on travel savings. I'm gonna not drink this week. Boom, into your travel savings. I'm not gonna shop for the rest of the month. Boom, all your money goes in the travel savings. Instead of eating out 3 times a week or 3 times a day, every day for the week, eat out once and get groceries and cook the rest. It's amazing how much you can save. Just an example right here, I just went grocery shopping. I spent 15 euros on groceries. That's like 1 meal here, 15 euros. And what I bought could easily last us for like the week for breakfasts and lunches. So isn't that crazy? Like you said, you save so much money. How do I balance fitness and work when I had my job? From April Julian. It was pretty easy. After a while, you just make like a schedule. So I would wake up at 5:30, 6 in the morning, do my morning workout, go to work, come back, relax and unwind with some TV, with dinner, go to bed, and start all over again. Other people are afternoon workout people. So what fits with your schedule, and then do it, and then do it consistently. Because it's different just doing it once or twice a week, but if you do it consistently, that's when you see the change that you want. So that's how you just balance the two. To the travel section. What countries are you planning to go to? Every country in the world. Kidding. We are in Brussels, Belgium. Their way over to Germany, Stuttgart, for the Volksfest. It's like their equivalent of Oktoberfest. And then we're gonna go actually down to Munich for a legit Oktoberfest. We're meeting up with people that we actually met at Burning Man because they're so awesome. Hey guys. We might make our way to Berlin, we're not sure yet. We're gonna go to Amsterdam and eventually make our way down to Turkey. Boom, in Turkey. Lee wants to go to Lebanon, Beirut, Jerusalem. I don't really have a set idea. All we have right now planned is until the middle of October. After that, we're pretty much free agents and we have no idea what we're doing or where we're going, whichever's the cheapest. We're eventually gonna make our way over to Southeast Asia. That's what I'm most excited about. So how am I funding my travels? What's my 5-year plan? By Pavstastic 2111. Funding my travels is pretty much all like my savings that I have. I'm not working right now, so I'm not making money, but it's pretty much just what I've saved over the past few years. And what's my 5-year plan? Well, currently until July 8th, I'm gonna still be traveling. After that, I'm gonna go back to work, most likely in DC, until I get like my savings back up. And then I really don't have a 5-year plan right now. I think I can decide that once I get back to the US and get back to settle down into a habit. That way I can see what my possible paths are in life. Then I'll decide accordingly. Budgeting and planning travel tips from Nicole Marie. This whole section I actually have planned to film later because it's big. I don't want to include it in this Q&A, but I am gonna make a video later about just travel in general, like budget saving, how we book our flights, how we book our accommodations. Stay tuned for that as well. Oh, Jojo asked one place I'm most excited to visit. Asia. They have amazing food. I just want all the Asian food. And I hear it's beautiful. I hear Vietnam is gorgeous. I've been to Vietnam because I'm Vietnamese and I was there when I was a kid. My parents brought me over there. You don't remember a lot and you don't experience travel the same way as you do when you're an adult. So I'm excited to see what it's like. If you still have to lose 10 to 20 pounds, what can you recommend if you want to stop counting macros? It's becoming too obsessive and taking my free time. This is from Rami Fit Mommy. Number 1, first of all, if you're trying to intuitive eat, I would say get rid of the diet mentality because you can't heal yourself from thinking about diets and macros and calories if you're constantly wanting to lose weight. You won't be successful at intuitive eating if it's in the back of your mind that you still need to lose weight. So you have to come to terms with like, you love how your body is and you accept it, how it is now, and your priority, number 1 goal is getting better, not losing weight, okay? So that aside, back to the question. If you want to stop counting macros, how do you do it? For me, I kind of just cold turkey stop weighing stuff because the weighing of things can really get obsessive as well. Instead of planning macro-wise, maybe write down everything that you eat. That way you can just see it like, okay, I had a good breakfast, or I had a very small lunch, and that's why I ate that whole bag of M&Ms at 4:00 p.m. All right, tomorrow maybe I'm gonna have a bigger breakfast, bigger lunch, that way I don't snack or binge on things later on in the day. A food diary sometimes is very helpful to people, or if you don't want to type it out, do a food log, like picture log. I know a lot of people do that. They take pictures of everything that they eat, which is like a lot quicker than writing everything down. See like your days, like what am I eating today and why am I not progressing? And you're like, okay, probably because of all those sprangled in cookies and stuff. It's really just about getting rid of the apps, stop the obsessive counting. Just know that, yeah, this is what I usually eat. This looks like about what I usually eat. Because if you've been doing it for a long time, then now your mind and your eyes are used to seeing what that portion looks like. So I would just start eyeballing everything, and soon you'll forget about the numbers and forget about the calories and just be like, yep, that's enough to satisfy me now. In terms of just losing weight intuitively and easily, things like going for the more nutrient-dense options. Instead of fried food, eat grilled, or pan-fried, or serve or lightly fried. Get dressing on the side. Drink a lot of water instead of your sugary drinks. Of course, always being active, whether it's walking, running, Pilates, yoga, weights. Do some kind of activity at least like 4 times a week, and that includes like just doing like good 30 to 45 minute walks around your neighborhood. Truly intuitively listening to your body. Are you hungry? If you're like, I just ate, why am I still being hungry? Drink a bunch of water, you could just be thirsty. You know what you're eating or not doing that could be setting you back. Are you having one too many cookies every day? Maybe cut back on it. Not restricting on it. I'm not saying take out all the cookies. I'm just saying maybe instead of 5, eat 4 or eat 3 or eat 2, you know? All right, how has training changed? How many days are workout and rest days? How many strength and cardio days? Do you still plan a split? Or do you just do what you feel like doing? What's your plan while traveling? By Igiga1121. I don't have any split days. I literally only work out if I feel like it and if I have space and room for it. And when I do work out, it's with resistance bands, and it's always some kind of circuit of alternating strength workouts with a high intensity movement. So it's always a mix of that for about like a 20-30 minute circuit, and that's all I do. And then a lot of walking around again with exploring. I'm hoping I can do it at least twice a week. That's my goal. Just twice a week doing circuits. How much exercise is enough without being obsessive? Purely Gabriella. I think if you even think that your exercise is obsessive, it's probably obsessive. Most people I know maybe do 3 to 5 times a week, but 6 times a week is not obsessive at all. I used to do every day because I wasn't doing hardcore workouts that like depleted my body where I needed to rest. I was just doing simple like medium weight strength training and some cardio here and there. But if you're in the gym 2+ hours and you don't want to do 2 hours or more a day, then that might be obsessive. But I think like an hour a day isn't bad at all. It's good. People do like Pilates or yoga classes every single day. I think that's fine. So really it's not obsessive. It's more like what's unhealthy for you mentally. Like, are you forcing yourself to do workouts that you don't want to do? Are you making yourself not have rest days? If you're doing anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, like makes you feel like you're overdoing it, or you need a break but you're not giving yourself a break, or that you're pushing yourself too hard past the point like of an extreme, like you are making yourself work out even though you hate it, then that might be obsessive. Will you still work out regularly while traveling? How big of a priority is that for you when you're seeing the world? Stella Rel Fit. That's a really good question. It's not my number one priority, like keeping a certain weight, maintaining a certain weight, working out every day, getting all the workouts in, but my main priority is exploring. It is a priority for me to be active. I just don't like to sit all day doing nothing. So I definitely like want to go out and explore. I want to walk a few miles and sightsee around and get my steps in, but not because of the steps, but because I want to see what's out there. So that's my priority, really exploring and just being healthy while I do it, I guess. How do I maintain weight on vacation? Rory Bay 1. Walking a lot, doing trails, doing treks, working out when I can. I guess another big thing is food. So of course when you're traveling, there's delicious food everywhere and you don't want to say no to anything because you want to try everything and eat everything and all the deliciousness. But we're also on a budget. So a lot of the times me and Lee will split a dish because it's cheaper that way. And because some of the portions that you'll find are very large. And splitting things, which I guess helps you maintain your weight if you're not eating a whole plate to yourself. We really haven't been trying to like lose weight on vacation. We're just living life normally, and it's kind of hard. It's hard to really gain weight unless you're just a couch potato, so no movement at all, and you're just eating like constantly. But with doing both intuitive eating, so eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full, listening to your body, and with exploring and walking around for hours every day, that's helped us maintain our weight. Has your trip made you anxious about food at all? If so, how did you cope? By Just Riches. In terms of like calories or worrying about gaining weight from the meals, I haven't been very anxious about it, and I think that's because I've kind of been healing past that point of when I used to be anxious about what I ate. Like if I ate too much, I would feel like I need to go to the bathroom and purge it, or back then I would used to think like, oh no, I can't have these fries because they're bad for you and I'll gain a bunch of weight. But I'm realizing on this trip and throughout life, throughout my recovery, it doesn't matter really what I eat as long as I don't overeat. So I can have pizza, I can have cake, I can have cookies, and I'm not gonna be like blown up the next day. And I think a lot of people have to realize that like cake doesn't make you fat, pies don't make you fat, pizza doesn't make you fat. Overeating anything will add to fat gain. And a lot of people don't know that. They just think, oh no, I ate this cookie, I've messed up. And then they eat the whole box of cookies, and that's where they see the weight gain. But to them, they're like, oh no, I ate that cookie, which is why I'm gaining weight. therefore no more cookies. They haven't seen that fact of if you overeat, you gain weight. If you just eat in moderation, you don't gain weight. They haven't seen that come true for themselves, because every time that they do eat a cookie, they end up eating the whole box and therefore gain weight. But I think once you live through that, live through experiencing, yeah, I can have all these fun treat foods. I do this because I don't like to call it that because it's just food. But I can have all these not so nutrient dense heavy foods and be okay and still be maintaining. I'm not saying I'm like ripped or lean, but I'm saying I haven't gained like a lot of weight in the past few years that I've been recovering, because I'm able to do it in moderation. So I think that's made me less anxious about it, because I'm not gonna say no to a plate of fries because I think I'm gonna gain weight. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat this plate of fries, but probably shouldn't do this every day, or probably shouldn't have another like heavy calorie dense meal later today. I'll just eat an average nutrient dense meal. I hope that makes sense. So I've lost my anxiety because I've lived out the fact that everything in moderation is fine. I've lived that out, I've experienced it, therefore I believe it. I've seen that it's true, that I can eat fun foods and not gain any weight. That's why I'm no longer anxious. Before, when I was in my dark days and I thought eating one cookie would mess me up, that's when I was anxious, because I was always thinking any food that was bad, if I ate it, I would blow up. That's why I was anxious. But now, no longer, because that's not the case. What's my birth control? It is Junelle by Anna Anita. Where did you move and where do you live? Nicole DeVirgilio. I have no home. I'm just living around wherever we travel. I do have all my stuff at my sister's place in Maryland, but I personally have no home. Sad, right? How did your bunion surgery go and what kind was it? Ooh, I don't even know the kind anymore. Let me show you my little feet. These are my feet. I'll show you a before picture right here. But look at that, right? Looks pretty good. It's the one where he pretty much, I think, like shaved off something here, 2 staples or 2 screws in it. So there's a screw here, there's a screw here, holding these 2 bones together. 1 screw, 1 screw. The scars suck. I haven't been good at like putting cream on them. I have a few videos on my bunions. I wish I remembered more about it, but go watch those videos to see if I talk about it. I did get both at the same time, because if I had gotten one done, I would have to heal for 6 months and then get the other one done and heal for 6 more months. I wanted to just knock it all out. I wanted to just be out for 6 months and then back on my feet after that. And I healed really fast. I was like only in a wheelchair for maybe 1 to 2 weeks, and then I was in my boots walking around like an astronaut. It was a pretty fast healing process. It wasn't bad at all. Who's my favorite bearded YouTuber? From Max No Sleeves. Max No Sleeves. What's your favorite way to distress after a long day? Ali Yoga 831. I should do this more and I haven't, but I think my ideal way to de-stress, come home and either it's watch a TV show or read a book on my Kindle or listen to music. It was really nice the other day. I actually listened to Pandora's like piano playlist. And it was nice, like Yaruma. It was really relaxing. I don't do like bubble baths or anything because I don't have a bath to bubble bath in. But where did I go for college? What did I study? K 98. I went to James Madison University in Virginia and studied intelligence analysis with a minor in computer information systems. And if I could meet with any person through time, who would it be and what would I ask them? Ooh, I think meeting anybody in the world and just asking them, if you had all the resources, all the skills, all the money in the world, and actually it didn't matter how much you made in the world, what would you do with your life? What activities, what passions would you pursue? You know all the skills, you can cook, you can sing, you can dance, whatever. What would you do in your life? And why aren't you doing it? I think that's a good question for everybody out there, because maybe you should find a way to do that thing. Maybe not for your career if it's not feasible, but definitely as a hobby. Pick it up, learn it, join clubs. Make your life smidgen more passionate. Fill it with things you love. All right, that is it for the Q&A. Let me know if you have any more questions down below. Let me know what other kinds of videos you want to see. I'm gonna get back to gallivanting around Brussels, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.